Hello everyone, Prince Tutorial here, back again with another Fusion Doomstack, this time around covering the Bretonians, specifically questing knights. We will be playing as Réponse de Lyonnaise. Our army is commanded by a Beast Wizard. We have 2 Empire Captains in our ranks, 1 Warrior Priest, 2 Glade Captains, and 1 Patriarch, and another Jade Wizard with us. We have 12 questing knights here, and as you can see, their stats are through the roof. We're practically doubling their melee attack and melee defense and make them faster than usual. Like if you look at their basic stats, whenever we will jump into the battle, you will see the big difference that we've already done throughout this screen right here. We're fighting 3 stacks of skeletons of Tomb Kings. The auto resolve says heroic victory and low casualties. We will fight this fight manually, and I will show you how ridiculous can it get by using those different heroes and their different abilities to boost those knights through the stratosphere. Let's jump in and see how we do. Now, I do want to mention that those different lords and heroes are a very good choice for this Doomstack, and you will see why in just a minute. So I'll go through the different abilities that we have in each single one of those characters so you understand how we can boost those knights to those levels. First of all, we have Strand Your Crown, which will add melee defense to all our units. Sorry, I'll just lower a bit my volume here because it's bothering me. We also have this spell right here, the Curse of Anraher, which lowers the melee defense and melee attack of enemies. We also have the Blessing of the Lady for all our units, which adds 15% ward save for all units. We also have this passive ability, which adds spell resistance. We also have different traits on this sword to improve our spell resistance by a ton already, by 30%. So as far as our wizard will stand above our units, we will get 40% resistance for spells. We also have the other Trickster Shard that will reduce resistances on the enemy, and that's pretty much it on the Lord. For our Empire Captains, they are all disciplined, so that's great. And they have a passive ability called Hold the Line. Plus, in their skill line, they have boosts for charge bonus and speed for cavalry, and these are the ones that we are using here. For our priest, we have different triggerable abilities, which is the Shield of Fate that will add another 20% ward save. So that's 35% ward save when this one is active. The bombardment is not that interesting for us. And we have the Hammer of Sigmar that adds 24 melee attack for all units in the range. What else do we have in here that could help us? We have Benediction that adds leadership, but that's not a lot. That's pretty much it for the priest. For the Glade Captains, we have 2 passive abilities that are super relevant for us. One of them being Possessed by the Trickster God, which is a passive ability in a 35-meter radius, as you can see, adding 10 melee defense. And we have its counterpart, another Glade Captain that has Dance of Loek that adds another 5. So as far as those 2 are hovering over our units, we will get plus 15 melee defense. Last but not least, we have our Patriarch, and Patriarchs are giving us different abilities. One is the Thor Battle Hymn that adds 40 melee attack for the units around it, plus 36% charge bonus and leadership. Plus, they also have this passive ability called Enduring Devotion, which will add melee defense and leadership and immune to psychology. So these are all the buffs that we are getting by activable abilities on our different units, besides the one that we get innately by only them joining our army. Besides that, we have our Jade Wizard that will just heal our units all around the battle. And that's pretty much it. I've decided to put these ones on flying mounts, but you can put these on their great stacks, and they would be just fine. This one is flying, and the Empire Captains and the Warrior Priests are all on horses, and our Patriarch is obviously on a bear. The reasons being is I want all these ones right here to be able to keep up with each other speed-wise. That's the reason I'm putting them all together on mounts. And these ones are flying because I want them to cast spells or be above the battlefield while these units do the damage. So that's pretty much all we have to do to boost those units. Now we'll show you again how to optimize this like crazy, even though it looks not so nice, like having 2 stacks of Bretonnian knights just on top of each other is not very pretty, but to benefit the most out of those abilities we have to be in a blob. So we'll just have to attack real concentrated and dig from there, while these units will prove to give us more and more boosts from above. So that's how we're going to progress. I will say again and again a disclaimer, I'm no legend of Total War. I don't know how to fight and speak. I don't know how to do all those things, but I will pause from time to time to show you the different effects on the units. Let's go. So we will advance our units, as you can see, as a cohesive army. These ones right here, I'll just put on guard mode and I don't need them to shoot. Now let's charge right in. These ones will just go this way, so we will stay in the same place. Now I will pause because I want you to see the different buffs that we're going to get real soon. So as you can see, the heroes are around here, and that's what we need. I'll just put this one right here, and this one right here. This one will stay here, and this one will stay here. Now, I will activate the Shield of Faith, the Hammer of Sigmar. For these Empire Captains, we don't have anything to activate. We have the Thor, Hymn of Battle, Orson Roar. We will put Stand Your Ground, and a spell to debuff our enemies. So that's all already activated. And once we press on play, you should be able to see the unit card of the Questing Knights go crazy. So let's do that. There we go. So these are our new Questing Knights. Let's see if we have all the different buffs active. I'm not sure they all are. Yeah, I think they should all be active by now. So as you can see, Benediction, Hold Your Line, Blessing of the Lady, Dance of Loek, Possessed by the Trickster God, Spell Resistance obviously, Shield of Faith, Hammer of Sigmar, Thor Battle Helm, and the charge bonus for Urson's Roar. Well, actually this one has more buffs on it, so that's kind of crazy. And as you can see, the blob right here is going to do the work for us. We're going to heal every single one of them that isn't already fighting well. So our work right here is just to keep on healing. Just heal the damaged ones. We don't care that we're fighting in a blob. It's good for us to actually fight in a blob. We don't mind triggering those abilities because they're totally fine to use. We can activate by now the Glade Captains being able to shoot. That's not a problem. Again, just heal. You can also use Overgrowth if you want a regrowth, sorry. All we want is just to heal and buff them. And once you're done and you have the option to activate the abilities, just do them again. There we go. And as you can see, nothing stands in our way here. we are using the cavalry as if they were infantry, which is not the right call to do usually. But as you can see, it works pretty fine. Right now we're on rampage. We should be out of rampage in a second. And as you can see, our cavalry is pretty much unscathed. Let's charge here into this skeleton archers unit, and as you can see, it will vanish in just mere seconds. And now we'll get them to cycle charge again into this blob, because I need everyone to stay together, because that's the best way to do this. So again, we can debuff the enemy, that's not an issue. Heal our units, as we've done before, and keep buffing them. Now there's another army coming our way. We can stay in this blob right here, that's not an issue for us. We can stand our ground. Don't worry about it too much. We're winning by a landslide right now. For some odd reason, our life wizard is fighting, so I'll just move him a bit. And again, another heal to our cavalry blob. There's more enemy reinforcements coming. As you can see, nothing really is stopping our horses. Let's heal again. That's one army already down. Let's get those horses back together here. Let them fight us here. Let's see what can they do. Obviously, if they had an area damage effect, we would have been annihilated, but I already knew that they don't. Plus the AI is not so good at using spells, so it's a calculated risk. Plus, as you've already understood, this army is pretty much... Oh, there we go. That's not good. There's artillery. So let's move. There's artillery and we're blobbed up. It will kill most of our units real quick. We don't want that to happen. So let's charge all the way down there, and you can actually see the charge, the glorious charge of our horses. Fortunately, the minute we've decided to advance on the artillery, the artillery started shooting us instead of shooting this. So that's good enough for us. So let's keep on doing what we've done so far. We've done it very well, so why not keep doing that? Let the Lord and the Jade Wizard fight the artillery piece, which they are doing very well. And that should be gone in seconds. I'm going to move my Glade Captains over my blob, so they will give me the passive ability. There we go. We're gone. Perfect. Let's get back into the blob that we're used to. And let our horses do the work. Let's start healing again. Very well. There we go. Nothing can really penetrate 114 melee defense. It's very, very hard to actually do damage to a unit that has this much melee defense. Plus, we have crazy high melee attack once we have all the different buffs on. Another Lord dead. Let them keep blobbing around us. It's good for us. Again, I haven't used much of my magic to debuff them, but as you can understand, I can debuff them with the Curse of Anraher, and there, no need. Army losses. There we go, guys. Heroic victory. So this Fusion Doomstack is kind of busted. Look at the number of kills that those knights got on them. It's not normal, to say the least. These are tier 3 units, if I'm not mistaken. They have no business killing as many units as they have done. And that's mostly due to the different buffs that we're doing over the battle here. I will go through the skills so I can show them again, just so you are familiar with the different buffs that we've got. If I go into my Prophetess of Beasts, she has all those different traits. So defeated Nakari, defeated Teclis, Tyrion, Ikit all those traits are mostly for the magic reserve, so I can cast a lot of spells. Leech Killer for the spell resistance, another one for the Winds of Magic reserve, melee defense on Miao Ying, reducing cost on Yuan Bow, plus 5 armor, targeting range and spell resistance and capacity, another one for armor, another one for reserve capacity, another one for reserve capacity, armor piercing damage, vigor loss reduction, power reserves, weapon strength and power reserve, spell resistance and power reserve, melee attack, charge bonus and weapon strength, and the last one is vigor loss reduction and leadership. That's pretty much it as far as I'm concerned for traits. For her skills, as I said, we've gone through the red line to the different bonuses for questing knights, which is charge bonus and weapon strength here, and melee defense, charge bonus, and armor right here. Besides that, it's just spells, Aura of the Lady, which we've already discussed, and furthermore vigor loss reduction for the different heroes. So for the Empire Captains, as I've already stated, they are disciplined, and they have the admired man-at-arms that boosts speed and charge bonus, so that's 2 of those. For the Warrior Priest, we've already seen the activable abilities, the battle prayers that we've used, and the passive ability Benediction in action. For the Glade Captains, we have a unique skill here called Born to Ride, which adds Strider to your cavalry, which is good because they will be unaffected by terrain. Plus, we have a passive ability Dance of Loek on one of them, and the other one is Possessed by the Trickster God. So that's this one. As you can see, I haven't put a point here because these are 2 different abilities, so they will stack one on top of the other. For the Patriarch, we have the Thor Battle Hymn and the Orson's Roar. And last but not least, our Jade Wizard, which will increase battle healing cap plus 10%. Plus, he will be able to cast spells cheaper than an actual prophetess or a damsel. For the sake of the example, it's a question that should arise in the comments. Why didn't I use a damsel? Because they have the same lore of life. But it's because the Jade Wizard is a better wizard at casting life spells. That's pretty much it. That's our Doomstack. As you can see, pretty much unscathed, even though we've fought 3 full stacks of Tomb Kings. So I hope you enjoyed this one. That's another Fusion Doomstack. I'm really trying to make more and more videos about this topic. I think that's our niche in a way. So thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. I'm really looking forward to doing more videos like this. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey. Have a good one. Bye-bye.